Hi guys, and welcome back to Traveling with Kristin, where we travel the world and life, helping you make the most of the digital nomad lifestyle. So here are my top 7 destinations for digital nomad girls. All of the countries on this list will be safe, they'll have good internet, and they'll have a lot of the other features and benefits that people look for in a digital nomad lifestyle. But each place will have 1 or 2 small things that I think make it uniquely appropriate for women travelers. In no particular order, the first destination on my list is Amsterdam in the Netherlands. And no, it's not for the reasons that you're thinking. Actually, I really love Amsterdam because it's one of those places that it's very safe for women, and they have a lot of equal rights and respect for women and people from all backgrounds and nationalities. Amsterdam is one of those places that I can go and just instantly feel at home, whether I've been there 1 time, 2 times. I've actually been there 5 times, and it tends to have a really big expat community and digital nomad community. So it brings people from all around the world. Everybody speaks English, and it's really easy to kind of find your niche and like find a group of people to hang out with, whether it's locals or foreigners. So one of the things that I notice when I travel in Amsterdam is that there's a really big internations community. There's a lot of meetup groups. If you're a member of a Small World or any other types of travel networks, there's typically a lot of really active in-person, in real life groups that you can meet up with. I feel like people in Amsterdam are really welcoming, but not in an over-the-top way. It's just a pleasant place to go where you can walk around or ride your bike even in the middle of the night and feel safe. As far as other female-friendly perks, I don't know about you, but one of the things I really like to do is go to outdoor markets, and Amsterdam has plenty of those on a daily basis. I also never get sick of just looking at the beautiful scenery, the canals, the flowers, the change of seasons, and there's just always something fun to do. Live music, museums, culture, restaurants, and like so many cute little cafes and places to just sit and work and read a book and just enjoy the beauty of Amsterdam. It's really a special place that I love and I always go back to. The next country on my list that you might not have considered when looking at the world map is Cyprus. Now, I don't think that it's necessarily the best place for digital nomads in general, but I did go there recently and I found that it was a uniquely appropriate place for digital nomad women. And one of the reasons for that is that it's one of the safest countries in the world for young people, and it also has the lowest crime rate in all of the EU. So it's really safe. It has a really easy pace of life. Everyone's very friendly. Everybody speaks English, or most people speak English, so you've got like that common thread connecting all of the different foreigners there. And it does attract a lot of foreigners because of actually the many different sort of residency and tax schemes and business-friendly regulations that they offer. Cyprus is right where the Middle East and Europe kind of intersect, and it's actually part of the country is an occupied Turkish side, and part of it is the Greek Cypriot side. We're not going to get into that today, but even though it is the capital of Cyprus is the only divided city in Europe, it's still super safe, and you can travel to both sides and really just enjoy everything that the area has to offer. Whether you're there for tourism or business or just to be a digital nomad, Cyprus is great. It's also in the EU, but not in the Schengen. Yay, always a plus. So it will be in the Schengen at some point soon in the next couple years, but for now, you can take advantage of that and tack on another 90 days to your travel visas if you are from anywhere outside the EU. For women specifically, Cyprus is a really lovely place if you enjoy the beach and spa culture. So there's just tons of like water activities and beautiful beaches and nice hotels and resorts and places to really pamper yourself. The only thing about Cyprus is it can get hot, especially during the summer. And even though they do have fast internet, I think I found up to 50 or 80 gig internet, it's not super consistent. Basically, Cyprus is a really good place if you are looking for a healthy lifestyle. They have a lot of fresh produce, fruits and vegetables, and it's perfect for anyone who likes the Mediterranean diet. And of course, wine. It's a country that's full of amazing wine, and I can definitely get on board with anywhere that has good wine. I don't know about you. Another one of my favorite places as a digital nomad girl is actually Japan. Now, it's important to note that no country is perfect, no destination is perfect, and Japan is no exception. It can be quite a controversial country for women in general, especially for Japanese women. But one thing that may not be politically correct, but it's true, is that as a digital nomad woman, we are different from the local women as far as that we do have sometimes disadvantages and sometimes advantages when it comes to living in a given place. So Japan can be known for overworking the population, for a bit of misogyny. That being said, as a foreigner living in Japan, I did find it to be a really nice place to be. Japan tends to really take care of their people and make everything very comfortable. So this may be stereotypical, but like, women like shopping, women like dessert, women like good food, and you can get all of these things really easily, especially in places like Tokyo. So it's obviously super safe, and it's great for women from anywhere in the world. I actually lived in a co-living place in Japan for almost 2 months at Rome in Tokyo in the Roppongi area. And it's a really nice, more international and like a little bit of an expensive area to live in. And I definitely spent over my budget when I was living in Japan, but I really liked the access to all the amenities that I had at my doorstep. Another thing I noticed about Japan, for all of you single ladies out there, is that Japan tends to attract a very broad international range of people for business. Tokyo is one of the international business hubs. Unfortunately, men are kind of still in most top positions at companies as CEOs, lots of male athletes, things like that, all end up in Tokyo. So there's a lot of international businessmen, foreign executives, rugby players, basketball players, race car drivers. Like, I just noticed that there were men from all countries around the world for sports, for business, and you know, they're there for work, so they're just normal people who just happen to be living all in a concentrated place. So if you're single, if you're swiping, like, you'll definitely notice an uptick in the number of eligible bachelors that are showing up in real life and online. Next on my list is Bali. I've been traveling to Bali for about the past 10 years, and although it has changed quite a bit, it's still a really nice place for women. Anywhere that you can kind of like ride around the island on your moped in a bathing suit and also get work done at the same time is definitely high on my list. Whether you want to go shopping in Kuta and Seminyak, or surfing near Uluwatu, or to a yoga retreat in Ubud, Bali is a digital nomad girl's paradise. Of course, now there's so many co-working spaces everywhere, so I know if you've been there, you probably agree, and if you haven't been, it's probably on your list, and it's for good reason. Even though Bali is not perfect, it is a great place for digital nomad girls, and of course, Bali is the only island in Indonesia that's not Islamic, so they have a different religion and a little bit of a different culture, and it's less conservative than some of the other parts of Indonesia. Next on my list is Berlin. Berlin is one of my favorite places to go in Germany as a digital nomad girl. Munich is a close second, but Berlin is known for being one of the most progressive, open-minded areas of Germany, which is of course a safe country already, but I just think that Germany is a really nice place for digital nomad women because there's always a lot of digital nomads passing through. It's super open-minded and international, and there's a lot of really cool neighborhoods to post up in. I like to go to Prenzlauer Berg, which is known for having like one of the highest birth rates in the EU. Berlin also has great nightlife and great culture, and you can always find a little piece of history. So if you want to take some time off work, go to a museum, something like that, Berlin is a great place to do it. The city government in Berlin also has a page on their website with businesses and areas that are specifically lesbian friendly, so I think that's really cool. And just overall, they're very accepting of all people. Any city that has a page specifically dedicated to that and being LGBTQ friendly is definitely a +1 in my book. Berlin is just one of those places where you can be yourself and be free, and that's really something that a lot of women are looking for when they're joining into the digital nomad lifestyle. The second to last country on my list is Canada, and Canada has been actually on my list of my favorite places for digital nomads in general, but I also think it's a particularly good place for women because of the safety factor, because of the nice people, because of the diversity of people from different nationalities, and just being accepting of everybody from every type of walk of life. It just makes it a really good place for women to be independent, be themselves, and be whoever they want to be in the world. And I just really love Canada. Canada has some of the best quality of life on the planet. It's consistently ranked top for that and top for some of the safest countries in the world. If you haven't been yet, you need to get there. And last but certainly not least on the list is Portugal. I would say most of my female digital nomad friends rank it as like their favorite place to go in the world, which is a huge claim. I think the reason that people love Portugal is because of the really nice climate, the low cost of living. It's very female friendly, it's very safe. There's tons of beaches, there's great food, there's beautiful architecture, live music, co-working spaces, groups of digital nomads passing through all of the time. And so it really has that nice community there of digital nomads. It's just an all-around really great place for all digital nomads, but especially for women, being that it is so safe and accepting. Portugal actually ranks right behind Canada, and it's rounding out the top 4 safest countries in the world. So I'm guessing if you're watching this video, you're already a digital nomad girl or you want to become one. So if you're already on the road, let me know what's your favorite digital nomad destination. If you're not just yet, if you have any questions about how to achieve and thrive in the digital nomad lifestyle as a solo female traveler, let me know in the comments below. If you want to get more tips for how to become a digital nomad, check out the links in the description below. Subscribe to this channel. See you guys next week.